upon seeing the reports of the gruesome attack on young Jaheem over a very trivial matter, and having seen the videos of the young men who are here with me today who volunteered and assisted Jaheem to the hospital, and having reviewed several such circumstances and situations before, where we're seeing our students being involved in fights that have in some instances taken lives, and fights that in many instances have resulted in serious wounding and damage to property. It is not often that we see the kind of response that we saw with the young men from BB Coke and how they assisted their fellow student. The level of social dissonance that we see, particularly in our schools, particularly with the use of violence, can sometimes lead us to believe that the value base of the society is totally eroded. What we saw being displayed is a reaffirmation that the core of our society is still good, and that there are people, young people in our society, without prompting, that will act in the interest of their fellow men. The truth is that in today's world, we see too often persons who are more inclined to reach for their cell phone to take a picture or to record an incident, rather than to reach out in a positive way to help someone in distress. It puts me in the mind of the parable of the Good Samaritan, because that would be the very accurate description of these 5 young men from BB Coke. When we see this, we must acknowledge it, we must praise it, and particularly in our young men, we must encourage it. In acknowledging it, we also give tokens that they can have to recall this moment, and to enlist them as ambassadors for good and ambassadors of positive behavior.